Tuesday, currently 1:57 GMT, and I'm short right now on S&P. So these are the positions that I would like to carry into the CPI and Fed meeting minutes tomorrow if they don't stop me out. But looking very tight positions. Just want to point out that we'll take a look, but I'm just not so confident that I won't get stopped out. Actually, I think I can. There's a high probability that I would get stopped out, but let's just go through that anyway. So actually let's come here. So you can see this 5-minute chart if we just go on this hourly. So from our last discussion, so we said that there could be a response in here. We did respond quite nicely, and then this was a move yesterday, very thin move into these lows, responded, and then we went back up. So now what happened during the European session, you can see we came into this level and picked up the rest of this pocket's liquidity, and we are dealing with that off right now. But just because how the price action is being traded, so you can see this highs and lows, this range in here. Then we came back up, and then just to point out that, so we came inefficiently to the upside and then inefficiently to the downside of the range. This I think tells me that the price action wants to trade a little bit to the downside. So I did take a short. First was at this level, and then second was at this, and the stop is just above this high. So that's why I said I could get stopped out. And let's see, I just want to see this pressure maintaining. So just to see this pocket. So you can see one pocket is above this shelf, and one is the apex area of this whole level. So this is your apex, and this is a little piece of that apex. So stop is just above in here. If you could see the pressure maintaining that'd be quite good. But the short that I have from this area, I think I'll just close it right in here for 13 points at 4099, 4100 area basically, and then we'll hang on to this second short in here and see where it takes us. But I think pretty good opportunity in the market right now. But just to discuss this a little bit of a higher time frame. So let's see 4 hours. So the reason I said that I want to hold this position is basically, so to me this pickup was actually very good, but this area is already very cleaned up. So if you see this liquidity picking up liquidity from this wick, this in turns from this, and something could be in here. But to me this is very cleaned up. This move down should absolutely needs to maintain. So we went back into this area and then rejected quite inefficiently, so leaving this inefficiency behind, and we came back up, dealt into this little pocket, and we are currently working through that. So I think this area should have all its pressure, and we could see some downside. But so given that tomorrow CPI data and FOMC minutes are coming, so I do think we can see some significant volatility and even a filling of these whole areas possibly, which I was looking for in the previous short video. But let's see how this one goes. Just not sure given the environment. I don't know whether we can see this these guys fill, but certainly we could wait and watch and see what happens. So these are the executions of a short right in here for the first position, and then for this position the stop is here only, and the take profit is right at this low. And for this position I would like to hold on a little bit and see where it goes. But something would come out in this area. There's a pocket in here on the lower time frame, but I would take something out in here and then possibly hold something into this FOMC and CPI. So it could be an intraday trade as well, because if we do take out this low, I'm going to move my stop just above this high for both of my positions and work from there. It could be that it could take me out right now in a few minutes possibly, but just looking for that risk is distributed between these two trades. So let's see how this moves. Okay, so as I'm watching this 1 minute chart, I'm 1 minute and 5 minutes basically, I'm actually moving my stop just above this high. The reason is fairly being that this, if you go on this 5 minutes, so given how this all price action is trading, I think we should have released the downside by now, and we should have broken that low into some new liquidity, but it's not doing that. So currently it's telling me that there is some pressure to the upside, so you could easily see some movement to this area, and possibly this area up here, so or possibly into a newer pickup into this 4125 area. But I think, so you can see, this low which is moved past, so it's currently sticking in here, and if we start to see price hanging in here for a little while, I think we are in for a move into this 4118 area, but I'm not waiting for that. You can see it already took this high, so you can see, I think you'll see this price accelerating a little bit to the upside. So I'm just going to move my stop just above this level high, and it's a difficult situation right now because I do want to hold this trade. I do think that it could go to the downside, but the lower time frames or 1 and 5 minutes just don't show me that pressure right now. So I think so I'm thinking either to bail this position out or just move my stop in here. So for now, I think I'll just move my stop just above this high. I'm not even going to give this space. So if it does come back up and starts to reject, then possibly you can get on board that way, but so far it doesn't look like it wants to go down to the downside, so I'm just going to so for this trade I'm going to move my stop into break even, and for this just above that high, just because it's very close to that high, so I'll just move it to break even and see where it goes. Okay, so price has moved a little bit to the downside, so that's good, but so just I want to point out right in here that so you can see this tag which is moving us below this whole of this area, so I would like this to maintain, but if we do trade above this, then possibly we can go into this area and possibly higher. I would say it goes higher, but let's see. So for the short, for this short that I took right in here for 4112 short, I'll move my stop. I have moved my stop just above this high, so that if we do take that high, then possibly where I think we'll draw right back in. And for these short from up here, I'll just hold it at break even and see what happens. So yeah, this is the current scenario. So I'll be booking a 4-point profit on this one from this short, and I'll be holding this short to see what happens at break even, and so that the risk is fairly taken care of, and just let price play out itself and see what happens. Okay, so I was out of that short right from in this area, but I've taken a long right in this. Reason is that if we go on this 5 here, so this was a tag which was moving us below that range, as I explained, and now we have broken that tag. So on the pullback, I'm trying to I've taken a long in this pullback to actually fill this gap in here, and so the long is in at around, it's a 4107.4, so something in just in here, and I'm trying to take something out at let's say 4.6 points just above this high, and we'll see if we can run back into this area where my stop is actually. So we'll see how this one goes, but something comes out in here, and then we'll see. The stop is just below this low and see what happens. Okay, so price has moved up a little bit, and I've moved my stop just below that low, because if it does start to roll over from here, I think possibly we'll try to pick up this area or possibly lower, but I just want this move pressure to actually maintain and come into this area. But certainly I think that this could happen, that it just doesn't come into this area, this upper area, and then just starts to roll over. If it does happen, if it starts to roll over and starts to form multiple candles, then I'll actually close the trade. But until then, let's see. Holding on to that. Let's see. Okay, so we had this inefficient move, some out of the trade completely at something like 4.5 points, 4.5 point profit, and just now focusing on my short. So I would now see this pressure to actually go down, trade below that low, because same thing would happen that I traded on the 5 minutes. So this is the tag of this whole range, let's say, and if this low failed, then you could possibly trade the retest and take a move down, but it doesn't look like it wants to trade to the downside, because I think there's a little bit pocket here, sorry. But so if we go on a 5, so you can see it's just this liquidity is just picking up something off of this area, and this is not very good, very thick. So this move down would have to be in control, which already shifted above in here, so we ran back in. I think if it's still quite bearish, it will hold here and starts to consolidate and then start to roll over. But if not, then we'll have to see on this one. And let's see, I'm still short. Stop is at break even only, and we'll see how this one goes. So we tried to move to the downside after picking up something from here, which I didn't think it will hold, but it held. I thought it would move into this above this high, so but it ended up holding in here, came back down below that shelf, and a couple of attempts into this base in here, and working itself right now. But let's see what it does. I'm fairly neutral right now, just holding this short at break even. So it looks like it wants to trade to the upside, but we'll see how this one goes. But as far as the positions go, so these are the intraday positions. So a short in here, then I took this one out in here, then a long in here, got out here, and currently holding this particular short, and very close right now. Could move it up just up in here, but I'm just going to leave it at that and see what happens. I think we'll follow up tomorrow.